Hello everybody and welcome to Chaos taking on SJ, and I'm very curious as to what's going on here. Scoreline reads 3-1, and the players are semi-playing as though it's live, although we do have Freddy AFK, so I'm assuming it's not. We can safely assume someone's readied up before they were actually ready, and that's yeah, there you go. But these pesky players, Halka, always doing this. They ready up and then go, oh, I gotta go to the toilet. I'll be right back. But we're ready to rumble. My name's Mitch, by the way. This is Halka with me, a beautiful and gorgeous young British man. And are you sad to be leaving the EU soon?
I don't even want to think. Literally, every time you go on the news, it's like Brexit this, Brexit that. I just don't care anymore. That's the point. I just don't care.
Fair enough. Well, I
Still disappointed, obviously. But, oh god.
I hope I'm still gonna get to see you after you. Presumably, your island floats a little further out into the ocean. I'll miss you.
That's the plan, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna get a load of boats, right, and just push it. Is the plan?
That'll work.
Yeah.
Maybe just get like a massive engine and just turn a whole country into a boat. I don't know.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Just float between all the different countries. You know, pick where you want to be.
Yeah, and then if you could like, if you went quick enough, you could threaten like crashing into other countries.
Let us in. It's the thing that meme. Let me in. Let me in. Got 5 minutes. If we don't slow down, you're dead. We're all gone. It'd be great though. You could have a vote. Like, hey guys, is it too warm here? Yeah. No problem. Let's
We've already done enough votes in the past, Mitch, and they never go well.
They never do. They really don't.
Never.
Well, it looks like the boys are back from the toilet. Everybody's got their cups of tea and their biscuit. The pistol round about to go live with Chaos starting out here on the CT side, the counter-Terry side. And they're going to look for 4 pieces of armor. It's only going to be DJL who decides to take himself a kit alongside a smoke here on the CT side. Utility being used pretty much the same on the T. Who are you favoring coming into this matchup, Halka?
I think I'd probably edge it to Chaos. I know that these Swedish players have been around for a while as a mixed sort of team, and we're already seeing the fights come through very quickly into this one. The push coming in through Ivy. Oh, DJL gets dealt with. Nice jumping action there to allow SJ to get the kill towards the site, and this should allow the bomb to be planted pretty shortly. I don't think Chaos have really got the angles to stop this bomb from going down, but SJ are playing a little bit nervous right now. They don't know if they can get that bomb planted, but they found another kill.
Looks like our Discord's not doing too well here, Halka. Having
not too hot.
Having a little bit of problems with it. We'll see if we can get that remedied, get that fixed. In the meantime, though, SJ having a pretty good time to start things off. I'm looking towards Chaos with a bit of favor in this matchup, but the Relaxa has to try and find a 1 versus 3. Even though Kern and Zarty are low HP, it's not going to be the easiest for him. He spotted out and the headshot instantly connected. Puts it to 1-0 in favor of the terrorist side. A very strong position to be in. Claiming the pistol as the T's, who are not really favored to find the majority of rounds. A bit of Russian coming up. I mean, that's well suited to this map. You got the picture of, I believe it's Lenin in the T spawn.
Yeah, Lenin, I think, yeah.
So it makes sense. We've been infiltrated. Our feed has been hacked by the Ruskies.
Yeah. Well, into round 2, there is, again, a very small investment from Chaos. This is quite a common buy in the second round. We don't see the Zeus on the HUD, though, and DJL gets the opportunity, but doesn't connect with the Zeus. Thankfully, Relaxa was behind him for the trade, so it's into a 4 versus 4. And Chaos will get the Mac 10, but Relaxa loses his life. And I think SJ should be cleaning up without too much of a concern. Zarte burns Freddy Frog to a crisp. And Lesson has recovered the Mac 10, but I doubt he'll do too much with it.
Well, you can see with a 2-0 lead, that's SJ, the team coming ahead for now. But how much longer will it last for? Chaos have the potential to get a full buyout, and this is where they could stop them dead in their tracks. You're going to see a lot of AUGs sticking in play on the CT side, rather. Not going to see too many AUGs on the terror side, I don't think. At least we shouldn't. AWP comes out from Relaxa. He's decided to go glass cannon, which is a forgivable decision on a map like Train. Plenty of long-range angles to get the damage done. That's why the AUGs are so frequently taken out, and Relaxa definitely a consistent opper. We've seen a lot from him in the past, but let's see what they can do on the B bomb site, as it's going to definitely be a retake. Already crossed over. Freddy Frog at least takes down one, but it... Well, okay, no, he gets a second as well. I thought he was going to be dealt with. The bomb still hasn't gone down. Relaxa takes one long range. What's going on here? It's a 1 versus 5, and Zarda goes down without the bomb plant. I mean, they just kept peeking. They could have planted towards the back of the bomb site.
Yeah, that extra money from planting would have been nice as well, because this probably has to be a save. Although at the same time, one save might not be enough for SJ to buy into the next round. It's a really awkward spot for them. Whereas if they had that extra $800, they would have been in better shape heading into this round. Maybe could have even gone for the force buy. So yeah, really strange decision just not to commit to that bomb plant at that point. Either way, it means that there's only a few upgraded pistols in play for the Finns into round number 4. Freddy Frog jiggle peeking with a molly in it. As soon as he sees one, he will throw that down to keep himself safe. And if you are playing solo B, that's the kind of plays you need to make. Just make sure you lose the sight. And these Augs are already cleaning up Mitch. Looks like Chaos should be equalizing that scoreline.
Indeed, Chaos bringing it up 2-2. We're all equalized. We're all lined up as SJ won the pistol and the second, but so far in the buy rounds, it's been all about Chaos. I'm very surprised, though, that they didn't get the bomb down the previous round. I mean, it was looking so easy for them. They crossed the bomb site. Sure, they lose one player, but they can get a bomb plant. They can play a little bit passive. Just kept on peeking, and perhaps some issues showing through for them already. Now they're going to go for a buy with AKs alongside Yampy on the Scoot. Let's see what he can get done with that. I mean, the problem here is he's probably going to be facing towards Relaxa. If he peeks anywhere near the bomb site, you can see him in Ivy trying to get damage done. Missed the shot. Still connected. All the damage goes down to Zart. Crossing over and making sure that... I assume he's going to lob the smoke down towards Ivy in a minute, just to kind of remove a bit of information, make them push back a little bit further. But I suppose without the bomb picked up, they're not yet dedicating towards a B attack. Or indeed an A. Taking it nice and slow. They have control and a further kill, meaning a man advantage leans into their favor. This is where we want to see them play as a unit. No more solo peeking. They've had their opportunities to take things as individuals. Now that with the man advantage, they can go as a team. They don't, though, as Arvid gets taken down. An opportunity to equalize is taken. Chaos. And with an AWP still in play, the kill for Watton through the smoke as well. This is not looking good for SJ. They were favored in the round just 10 seconds ago.
Losing a couple of those individual fights. As you were saying, they probably could have just played it safe and grouped up. But they end up losing out. And that was Chaos playing aggressive, which allowed those one-on-one fights to come through. Fails smoking towards Ivy. That causes issues for SJ. They have to move forwards with only 22 seconds left. And Khan has found one of the entries needed, but the bomb is in A main. Freddy Frog has got this angle on lockdown, and Relaxa isn't too far away. With the bomb being dropped, Khan has got a lot to do, and he won't be able to do it. Relaxa closes out the round win, as Chaos managed to take the lead early here on Train. And it is worth mentioning, this is the map pick of SJ. So this is a good way to come back into this from Chaos. After falling behind early on, this is the exact sort of response they would have liked to have seen on their CT side.
I mean, this is what you expect from Chaos being the favorites coming into it, though. You know, being the stronger team on the buy rounds in general. But SJ have already got some good foundations built early on. If they can manage to clock up a couple more rounds, things will look way better for them. The problem is they probably won't get it now. You definitely want to see it like soon. Watton removed from play, though, could certainly favor them, as they now will be able to pick up a rifle. Problem is, without the armor in play, very easily taken down. Doing well to find the trades in that situation nonetheless. And into a 3v3, low HP on DJL. He swung on, taken down by Sadie, who, of course, picked up the M4. The bomb plant now very much possible. It's over by itself towards Olaf, though. I mean, you want to see the bomb going down sometime soon. SJ just not angling towards that. They're looking for the kills. And now all of a sudden they've lost control of the bomb site. Sure, Kern is in a 1 versus 1, but he's 1 HP, has no idea that Relaxa is low. Still has to plant the bomb.
Relaxer's got his pistol out as well, so he looks aware that Khan is low on health. He's going to go with the USP, which gives him a much better chance. He'd really love to have a nade right now. Unfortunately, doesn't have that at his disposal. The bomb's been planted on the bomb train, actually on top of the bomb train, which is quite rare because it's so risky, but it gives Khan a slightly easier angle to watch towards it. Unfortunately, Relaxer's moving in. Relaxer clears the corner, gets the shot. He knew he only needed one shot to the chest, and that means it is going to be Chaos continuing their win streak. They've won the first 4 gun rounds of this CT side. So after losing the pistol round, again, they've done really well to bounce back. However, with that bomb plant coming in, this is going to be a perfect buy for SJ. They will not have any weaknesses. They could get the AWP if they want it, and that's a nice point for them, I suppose, but we're going to need to start seeing some more round wins.
Some more round wins would obviously be ideal. 2 out of 6, it's not too bad. I was gonna say 2 out of 4. That would be pretty terrible maths. It's not terrible for them. The problem is, of course, without finding any of these buy rounds, they need putting themselves into positive positions quite a lot, and they need to start connecting these. The previous round was a great example. I just feel like they're so frequently not playing for the team, sort of like the bomb and Olaf, even though they have site control. They have Ivy control with one player as well, so they know the only place they can peek is Pop Dog. You can plant on the bomb site and make sure that Pop doesn't get peeked, and you're good. You got a bomb down, time on your side, and they have to come to you. Instead, they try to take the fights on the T side without the bomb down, so Chaos are able to pick them apart. Sure, it came close, but I think that round should have definitely went towards SJ, or should have looked a little bit better for them.
Chaos are really well prepared on this B site. They've got 3 players on the site itself, then they've got a man in connector who can rotate over quickly, and SJ don't have map control towards A, so they're kind of forced to commit to this B bomb site. So the push to come in, the CT should be heavily favored, and you can see that with the frag distribution. 3 kills go the way of Chaos, make it a 4th, and Khan can't really do anything. He'll try and move forwards, but he's got to get the bomb back. He's also got to deal with about 4 different angles, and that will not work out for him. Another round where Chaos get the right read, and mainly they just win the opening fights having that B stack in play, and as soon as that happens, there wasn't really a chance for SJ there.
No, indeed, and another clean buy round from Chaos. SJ able to come in here with AK-47s and utility once more to attempt to finally get a round up on that board. And it's becoming more and more difficult as time goes on. Chaos have 3 players averaging above 100 ADR right now. Pleasant, Relaxa, and Freddy the Frog. Actually just changed in the last round. Pleasant took all the damage. Greedy boy. Boatin takes down Yampy as it starts out well again for the CT side. A small bit of aggression. The T's managed to pull it back. But Relaxa dropping the bomb out in the open. They know, they have the information that there's at least one towards E-Box or Brown Train. But even with that, Relaxa decides to back off. Ooh, Kern catches off DJL. Now that's very advantageous. Taking control of Ivy at this point means, again, that bomb can be planted. They're going back to get it, I hope. There we go. Eventually, Sadi's going to pick it up. As he does so, still sits around Brown. I mean, we need to see more movement. See the bomb going down. They've got the control. Their smokes are down. There's no contention yet from Chaos. They know Chaos are going to be on the rotations. There's a pick again before the plant even goes down. Eventually, the time swings over to the T side's favor, but they've lost a man advantage in the meantime, and this could be an extra 10 seconds gone. You know, you could have a lot more pressure on Chaos. They've got so much more time to go for this. Freddy's not even worried. Pushing out, trying to spot another player, doesn't manage it. Oh god, he's just toying with him at this point. He's just toying with him, Hawka. Eventually takes him down. And now they know that he's not over towards Ivy, right? Because his teammate was peeking there. They're clearing the bomb site. They're going to clear in the heaven area. So they're going to suspect Arvid to be either deep in CT or exactly where he is. As he pushes out, he's spotted from connector. The defuse to come through. Plenty of time. Like, maybe not plenty, but definitely 2 to 3 seconds over that. With the kit, they're able to get the defuse with 6 on the board now. The CT side, again, looking good. And this from Freddy. That's the kind of situation, though, where you are kind of rooting for Sadi to just 180 and kill him. It happens sometimes, and it's beautiful when it does. But I just feel they wait way too long to get the bomb plant down.
Well, we've got the AWP in the hands of Relaxer, and surprisingly, he's taking it in towards B ramp. It's a position you can play sometimes. You'll hope that someone crosses, but the flashbang has forced the AWP away. Looks like this time SJ won't be committing to anything too early into the round. Arvid just holding in A main. Neither side going for too much early pressure. SJ have been able to get another pretty good buy together thanks to losing so many rounds previously. But you can see very little movement on the map from either side. Chaos will continue to have Relaxer hold this angle towards B, and oh, a failed smoke. That could be really costly for SJ. This is not a full A execute anymore.
And you can see the gap right there. DJL just ducking up under the smoke. Will be able to spot them. They should know that that's open, though. Even still, managing to lose the bomb in their push towards the bomb site. Raiding it out as they go. DJL still alive. Able to head peek and catch Arvid out in the open, unaware. Still, though, SJ pulling it back with Yampy and Kern on a two-piece. One for each of them. Leaves a man advantage in their favor. Bomb's still not down, though. 35 seconds. It's dropped outside of Pop Dog. As they got to get it. Relaxer hears them. Knows there's someone up close. Someone in Pop. They've actually, in a way, this is good because now Relax is going to be a little bit more hesitant to go down the ladder because he heard someone run up to Pop. Oh, even still, he pushes forward. Ballsy enough. He's confident with it. Flash out. Freddy push on the back of it as well. Sad he hasn't been blinded, though. He's not looking in the right direction. So Freddy finds one. A second as well connected. A 2 versus 2 emerges. Although Yampy, no, Yampy's already dead. I don't know how that's a 2 versus 1 indeed. As Kern goes down, someone's left the server. Evidently. But nonetheless, Chaos take it on 7-2. Defuse going in. I was wondering, I was like, it was a 3v2 and 2 kills. I'm not a maths genius here, but I believe the UI. Yeah, so someone's DC'd from the server over on the SJ side. Just a tech issue. I assume they'll be back in a couple seconds. Because we're using a custom UI here, it will show you, it will just duplicate someone because it has to be a full 10. The way the UI renders it. But it will update once he gets back on.
Another round where Freddy Frog has really big impact, though. The last couple of rounds, he's been a very important player for Chaos. Currently leading the scoreboard alongside Relaxer. I think those two are brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I mean, they've got the same last name and they look very similar. They might even be twins. They're the same age. I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure they might be, but yeah, they're doing well. Let's just put it that way. The Swedes up to a 7-2 lead. I mean, considering they lost the pistol round, this is basically as good as you could hope for. And unfortunately for SJ, even though they got into the advantageous position in that last round, they've had another couple of rounds where they've been in pretty good positions. They just never really seem to be able to close it out in those key moments. And I'd say that's been the biggest difference maker so far. Chaos always looking cool under pressure, even when they are behind. And there is that man, Freddy Frog, topping the scoreboard.
You're actually, indeed, you're right, Hulk. They are twins. They were born on the same day.
Yeah.
There you go, Freddy Frog and Relaxa. Blood brothers. Arvid made his way back in. Ready to rumbalele. Oh, you know what? He was stood out in the open. He was the one that I said got dropped completely unaware. He was like staring into space, kind of towards connector, but upwards. I think he might have DC'd and just been standing there in the open, getting dropped. But again, once if you're not familiar with the rules, once a player disconnects from the server, if any damage has been done before they DC, then it doesn't count. Sorry, but then you can't reset it, rather. So it doesn't matter that they DC'd, it counts as them just dying. If they DC before any damage is done, you can call it tech and it will be reset. Match medic back to the very start of the round with whatever weapons you have. There you go. Rules explained.
Always good to keep on track of them. So a different setup from Chaos here. Last time they had 2 players towards B. Relaxer was helping Freddy Frog, and they started the round with the 2 players at B. Then they leave Freddy Frog alone on the B bomb site for a bit, but just as I say that, Relaxer's rotated to help his teammate out again. Now, though, Freddy Frog has peeked all the way into upper B, so Chaos can feel comfortable, leaving 4 players stacked towards A. And as SJ start to move in towards this A site, that smoke will cause issues. They'll try and move forwards, but remember, there are 4 CTs ready and waiting on the site. Starting to get the opening with the molly, of all things. Trades coming through, though. SJ get a couple of openings, and those smokes will be enough to allow that bomb to go down safely.
For what could be the first time, SJ getting a swift bomb plant and a safe bomb plant with a man advantage in play. Looking good, as Chaos may even be considering saving at this point. The time's run down quite a lot. And indeed, they would need kills so quickly at this point. Freddy Frog still aggressing forward. They even continue the push in CT and Ivy. Very surprising to see that. Relaxa gets taken down as DJL finds only one. Oh, sorry, it was Relaxa that found the kill. He extended out after DJL did the damage. But I think that was a bit of a lackluster attempt. They didn't have a lot of time. Sure, you're still going to get money for losing, and you've got money to get a buy in this round. But 3 weapons saved over. There's no shame in saving in that situation, and it can put you in a very nice position for the next round at least. Now they have to spend every penny that they have. Relaxa taking out the AWP without armor, the glass cannon. Freddy the Frog takes himself out one as well. Double up setup being attempted here by the CT side, but you can see the impact that going for that previous round has had on them. And it's not like giving over 3 rounds to SJ is the worst situation in the world either.
Oh, the aggression works okay, but it's actually SJ who win the trades. Man advantage for the Finns. Oh, did that shot land? Arvid's down to 19 health. I think it might have been Relaxa connecting with the AWP there. I didn't quite get to catch it. Either way, it is Chaos remaining a man behind. But those AWPs always have the potential to make plays on train. Relaxa currently sitting behind the smoke. However, it looks like SJ will try and take a different angle of approach. Unfortunately, Khan can't get away safely, so it is into the 3-on-3. SJ have crept down through ramp, though. Freddy Frog doesn't know that they're on the site, and that could be a problem. He doesn't have the information. He'll finally spot them out, and it's the bomb that's dropped. The molly buys even more time for the CTs, and again, they have issues getting that bomb planted on B.
It's proven to be a consistent issue, and this is the round where they could be walking away with a free follow-up, as Chaos have barely any money. A loss here would really cripple them. A very dangerous position to spot it out as Sadi's eliminated, and the low HP Arvid is all that remains. Just a couple bullets needed to take him down, perhaps even one. He swings into Freddy Frog. It's certainly one right into the AWP. No chance of walking away from that unscathed. And that brings us to a 7-3 into 8-3. The lead maintained for Chaos, and SJ still have money. Look, they got the bomb plant. Their loss bonus isn't completely decimated just yet. But it started out so well from them. You saw with this start, Yampy finding one, Arvid in there again. You know, they're pulling ahead early on, and it's just in taking that B bomb site, they're consistently facing issues. Even when they move towards the likes of A, we've seen them just not be kind of well versed enough as a unit to get their timings right, to push together as a team, to make sure the bomb is actually going to the bomb site and being planted. I feel like this is a very much of a sort of individual team right now.
Ooh, very awkward stuff, but Yampy gets a kill onto the site. The trades are pretty good for SJ. They should be able to get that bomb moving towards the site. It's into a 2-on-2, but SJ looking a little tentative, and that means that Smoker Ivy will fade. Chaos now have an angle to spot the cross towards the site. That could be very, very important here because there are no smokes left for SJ. They do cross the bomb safely, so I think, thankfully, SJ should be able to get the bomb down, but you can see they're still scared. They don't really want to commit to this one. This is giving Chaos more and more time to set up this retake. Finally, the bomb will go down, and Chaos will be forced to move forwards.
Moving forward together, though, they've got Ivy and CT to push from. Zart down pretty low, and Freddy's conscious of the bomb site, but The timing could work against him as the peak comes out. Sandy catches him off guard and gets another round for his team. 4 on the board. And at this point, you know, SJ, although they haven't looked great in a lot of these rounds, clocking up 4 already is decent for them. You know, I'd like to see them around that 5-round scoreline. Considering they got the pistol under their belt early on as well, it wouldn't be too uncommon to see, you know, 5-6 rounds out of these guys. And Chaos being favorites, though, every single round's going to help because you look at Chaos as a team, I'm almost certain that their T side is going to be a scary prospect to look at. And this is SJ's map pick. You know, if they want a chance in this series, it has to start here with a little bit of confidence. Because when we move over to Inferno, that's where I certainly look worryingly on SJ.
Gotta clear that corner. It's an 8K into the hands of Barton as well. He will use it to his advantage. He gets another kill. This AK could be the difference maker, as it's Chaos who gained the advantage. Arvid spotted out. He gets caught from behind, but the kill doesn't come through. The kills come in favor of SJ. They turn it around with the flurry of frags, and now Plesson has to win this 1-on-2. They might not expect him to be on the site, but he's only got the Mag 7 to work with. Not the best weapon to try and take down multiple opponents, especially Khan, who is high on health. However, Arvid could be susceptible to this shotgun. 50 seconds left. Khan takes damage, but that's the issue with the Mag 7. As soon as you fire off the first shot, you can't really follow it up with too much of a punch. So it is SJ to hold on for the round win.
Indeed they do. 5 rounds on the board. No matter the margin, that is a nice little score for them. To contest for 2 more with the full buy-in, of course, Chaos don't have a whole lot of money. They're sitting on USP, so SJ should get themselves up to 6, which is a pretty decent scoreline on the board for them already. That is, provided they don't bomb out to a couple pistols here. Previously, we saw certainly some impact from a force buy, but there's nothing really in play outside of a P250 and a CZ for the CT side right now. And so you're relying on the majority of these USPs to find kills if you want to have a chance at the round. It's not too plausible, really. The thing for Chaos right now, I feel like a 9-6 scoreline, considering they lost the pistol, isn't the worst in the world for them. Like, you definitely could have seen SJ walking away with a much more favorable scoreline. So if Chaos take the next round, it's not the worst in the world for them. Oh, Watton just burns alive. Fair enough. He's having none of those SMGs. SJ definitely would have wanted more.
Khan's even holding this flank. Don't think DJL will be able to get anything done. Good awareness from SJ. Yeah, not too much going on at the end of this one here. SJ have been grinding out these last few rounds. They haven't exactly looked too convincing, too comfortable, to be honest, but they're getting the round wins. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters, getting those rounds on the board. And wow, Khan does clear that corner. DJL, no chance to do anything. Sarte, oh, it's so close. He can't see the gun barrel. Freddy Frog finally spotted. Wallbang not really connecting. Zarte doesn't need to go up the ladder. There's no need to do this. I guess he wants the SMG kill money, and he's got his teammate to help him, so there we go. Sadie gets it with them 10. A bit of extra cash, but we're heading into the last round of the half anyway, so the money didn't really matter. To be honest, that entire exchange wasn't really going to make any difference in the overall context of this game. It's just a nice little extra kill on the board for one of the SJ players.
You've seen Plesson come in here with an SMG, actually. He's taking a kit out for his team. I like that buy. Not going too selfishly in for a rifle. Still giving them a chance if they need to go in for a retake. The 9th round's pretty important for Chaos. It's one that they definitely want to get on the board. See, things are looking pretty even at this point, and I definitely agree with that. Whoever comes ahead in this round gets themselves a little bit of a bonus for further on. SJ, 6 rounds is fine, considering they got the pistol. Would like to see more. But 8 rounds for Chaos won't be ideal. I've already managed to trade things back to a 4 versus 3 as the push comes in towards the B bomb site. DJL's about to be tested pretty heavily. He's out in the open with an AUG trying to catch the head peak angle on his opponents. Gets taken down by an AWP off screen. They come in for a retake. This is interesting though. They've got 2 players coming in on the flank. Even if Plesson's going to be spotted, which indeed Yampy is watching that angle, but the swing of the SMG could definitely catch him off guard. He's got the support of Relaxer coming down right behind him. There's the SMG. Yampy still hits that shot, though. He's looking for more, but he doesn't expect him to be down this close. Still turns around and takes him down nonetheless. His spidey senses started to tingle, and now Boatin is left to try and clutch it out. 1 versus 3. He's flanked out, and the round goes to SJ. A very nice T-side shaped up for them, all things considered. Now Chaos have a bit of responsibility on their shoulders. We really want to see them coming away with a pistol win.
Well, it's SJ taking the better of this first half, probably. 7 rounds, like you were saying. They'll be pretty happy with that on this T side. And I think Chaos will kind of feel a bit surprised that that half just kind of slipped away from them almost. It looked so good for them throughout the majority of the middle portion of that one. But SJ just kind of grinding out round wins at the end there. And an 8-7 half definitely favors the T's. Normally, SJ will go on to win this a fair amount of the time. However, with what we saw overall from those earlier rounds, I still think that Chaos looked good. So I definitely wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, they definitely still have a chance to get into this and put SJ back in their place. But for now, we've definitely seen the reason that SJ chose this as their map pick.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
And we're back getting ready for the pistol round in half number 2. Where SJ have closed in the scoreline to an 8-7 lead for Chaos. And with a pistol round win, they may well take the lead off of Chaos for what would be the first time since round number 3. With Chaos coming into this, they have 3 players actually without armor, taking utility. That's an interesting LT side as they shift over towards B. This is going to be nice. A fake on A. Once you see utility on a pistol round, you're assuming that's where the hit's coming in. But no, they're going to be rotating over to the B bomb site, presumably where they'll lob the rest of their utility and get a bomb plant. At least that's the hopes.
The difference maker could be Arvid, who's pushed into A main. So Chaos throw those smokes and then don't clear A main. They'll realize on the CT side, well, it can't be A. Oh no, Arvid gives away his position. DJL manages to win the first fight. And if anything, this favors Chaos even more, because now that there's 4 players left on the CT side, they're going to be a little worried as soon as those nades come in. They'll probably over-rotate, thinking that they've got to kind of make a gamble. And I could see this easily working for Chaos now. I think that bait and switch that you were talking about might be coming into play.
SJ aren't pulling over any rotations on the back of this faked out A hit. They're leaving 2 and 2. As Zard finds one on Duplessis, they're going to notice no more presence is being made. Now the push towards the B bomb site. Sees the bomb site already approached on. Boatin spots one out in the open though. Sadie going to be peeked down the back of B. They still have challenges following through, but somehow the T side winning those out. The P250's in the open. Freddy comes through with a quick double, and now all of a sudden it's a 2-man disadvantage for the SJ side. They're losing the ranged battles with the USBs. Never ideal. They are up against P250s though, so it's forgivable. Already hit up by Glocks as well. And with all 3 players low HP on Chaos, as the push comes in, this could be very dangerous indeed.
You just need to buy time now. There's a kit in play, but DJL gives away his position. Diffuse kit could be the difference. The smoke's on the bomb. DJL trying to find this, but he's not connecting anything. The defuse comes through, and SJ managed to make this round work. Oh man, Chaos will be really disappointed with that. They had the 2-man lead. They could have just played for time, I think, and that would have worked better for them. But instead, they take a couple of potentially unnecessary fights where they swing out wide, they don't really get the trade frags through, and even with the bomb plant, it won't be a full investment from Chaos into this subsequent round. They pick up 5 Deegs into this one, so that the extra money from the bomb plant giving them a chance, but Jampy, he got so lucky there. I think he got dinked by a Deeg, but it only took him down to 1 health. It must have been through the wall, and it's the scout that opens up the round.
Indeed, the CT side looking a little bit better. SJ making Chaos look worse for round. I mean, this is a beautiful little comeback for them. They were looking to be down in the dumps for quite a while. They clock up enough rounds on the T side and then really swing into it in the last couple. Now tied up 8-8. More than likely going to bring a 9th on the board. Chaos, even with the bomb plant in the previous round, you know, they get a couple pistols out here for sure. They've got their deagles and potential for kills. But the problem is they haven't got a lot of armor. In the next round, they'll get a full buy. Sure. But if a couple SMG kills come in for SJ here, they're going to be putting themselves in a very sweet spot economically. Only buying up 2 SMGs. They've got a scout on Yampy. Now, hopefully he can survive. I think that's his main objective here. Just avoid taking too much exposed combat. Oh, Sadie goes in aggressive on the back of that flashbang. That could be a mistake.
"20 seconds. They've got to go. Chaos have got to go soon. The player's pushing Ivy. Freddy Frog could draw the rotation. Kill comes in. 13 seconds. If Jampy could deny the bomb, that would be big, but he's not connecting with the scout. Jampy gets caught out. It's Chaos who get it into a 2-on-2. There is a flank coming in, but that bomb has been planted safely. That puts the onus on SJ to start moving in for this retake. Can't holding a angle, but it's DJL to get the headshot. Oh, the bomb's not planted for him. Arvid doesn't have a kit, though, so he can't stick the bomb. DJL has to rush in, though. Arvid knows where he is, but now the information's there. DJL doesn't have to peek, and yet he wins the fight. Chaos steal away this round win. And this time, it's SJ who will be devastated by the round loss.
That's a devastating one to lose. We were talking about this round being Chaos's opportunity, but now 9-8. They're still behind. You can see in the odds there, SJ are favored overall. Being on the CT side, you know, it is still a bit of a task to expect Chaos to pull up 6 rounds on the T side, and that's only to find an OT. But this one, see, this is the thing, right? SJ could have limited their losses here. They could have taken themselves an eco, had a buy in the next. At that point, you're talking about 10-8. But now, if Chaos win this, they're almost guaranteed an 11th, as SJ would have to take an eco. This is a risky one. I mean, these pistols have to work out for them. Already taking the man disadvantage rather early on the CT side. Have done damage to DJL. As they look to get a little bit aggressive with the pistols, though, relaxes up close in team main. He's ready for the push to come on through, but Arvid stops himself. He realizes maybe he doesn't want to go aggressive. Maybe he wants to wait here. Let them walk right by and take them out.
The rest of Chaos preparing an Ivy push. Oh, Sadie gets the opportunity, but not able to connect. Barton and Freddy Frog both opening up this side of the map. And nice shot from Jampy. Connects to the chest. Needs more, though, and he's not going to find it. The AKs manage to hold true for Chaos. Superior weaponry comes out on top. And with Chaos saving 4 guns there, you can see the money starting to build up on the T side, and that will only get better after this round, because there is almost no chance that SJ will be winning this one. They haven't invested a single dollar into the round, Mitch. I mean, if SJ win this round, I don't even know what I'd do with myself at this point.
Would you be willing to sign a contract that if SJ win this round, you'll once again dive into a pool?
Yeah, why not?
On camera, and we can compare the two, see if you've grown in masculinity.
That pool was very cold. Look,
I
you
mean,
didn't even jump into the pool because you were too scared.
That dive happened before you knew the pool was cold. It was the way in that was the problem.
Look, let's not talk about it.
We got it, and I did dive into that pool actually. The next time I went, it was cold. For those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about, sadly I can't show you. I'll get given out to you for putting pictures of Hawka almost naked jumping in a pool, but it was something to look at. Imagine the GTA 5 rag dolls when you crash your car and fly out of it. It looked like that, but a really feminine form.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
That's what you're aiming for, yeah. Absolutely.
Majestic, I think, is the word you were looking for to describe it.
It brought a tear to my eye. It really was just beautiful. This is good. 2 kills there for DJL. He's getting himself a little bit of money, a little bit of cash. They are doing damage though. I mean, SJ look, if they can drop 1-2 rifles, that's great, but consistently walking into DJL's Mac 10 ain't gonna help them out too much. Pleasant, Relaxer, and DJL all low. But even with that HP, right, it's still hard to connect the kill with the USP, especially without armor. You're getting hit down straight away. You know, your aim's all over the place. You're taking copious amounts of cocaine. Just vibrating your aim all over the place.
That one. How do you think you pronounce Arvid's last name? Lemma?
I've not looked at his last name.
It's on the screen right now. Arvid.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't even notice it underneath. I'm not used to this UI. I've missed it now. Back to Arvid.
What about DJ? Oh, there we go.
There we
Here
go.
it is.
Nella. I'd
That
go
sounds better
Mela.
than what I was.
I don't know what you were doing. It sounded like you were having a stroke.
Maybe I was.
Go up to him and say, "Nice to meet you, Mr." He's gonna call an ambulance for you, like right away.
Yeah, probably. Hey, look, we're going to a gun round again. Finally, it took some time to get through those weaker buys, but this is an important gun round for SJ. They get all into the hands of Yampy or Jimpy, whatever you want to call him.
I think it's Yampy.
Yampy, okay. That's what I kind of assumed. I know that the Finns don't like to pronounce their J's, I don't think.
They do not.
Chaos might be upping the pace here, though. They've gone so slow in the last round, and now they group up towards B early. Sadie doesn't have the molly. They're going to run right in. Sadie gets the double and the dink onto Freddy. If he was slightly closer, that would have been the kill. It's Arvid to come in with the trade, and now Chaos have got a really rough spot on their hands. They've got the bomb down, but it's a 2v4, now a 2v3, thanks to that kill from Relax.
Yeah, but he sustains quite significant damage in the process. Flashbang goes down, but the span through the smoke here would pretty much destroy him. Oh, going up on top of the train, catches him off guard. DGL coming down through ramp might not be expected all too much. The smoke was still there, is still there, so we can drop the planter, the diffuser even, not planting. Oh, well, hopefully not planting, unless he's a double agent. Oh, no kit.
Ooh.
This time.
I think they've got it. Ooh. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Always knew that they had it. Never even questioned it. Look how close this one is, though. Freddy Frog literally goes down to 1 health. If you're slightly closer with the AUG there, that's a 3rd kill, and that's probably the round guaranteed right there. Like, that could have been so different just by an inch. But SJ go on to win the round anyway, and that's all they needed to do. Get that round on the board. Yampy gets to stick with the AWP as well. So into another gun round. But SJ is still under pressure here. It's not like they've been able to build up any money off the back of that round win.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You said that's all they needed to do. Well, certainly avoiding a plant wouldn't have cost them too much. Or letting the plant in didn't cost them too much. Chaos still had a lot of money either way. But the problem for them is losing so many players. As the damage was done by Chaos, it means... Oh, no. Okay. Curran just takes down 2 up close with the A1. He's backing on out of there, still with 12 bullets in the mag after that engagement. Although he's low HP alongside Arvid, it's not a problem for them. And the thing I was going to say is pretty much irrelevant. Look, if Chaos won this round, SJ have no money, then it's 13-9. Who cares? Arvid's coming up behind. Boom, leg shot. Down goes DJL. He's not even out of there. He's going to continue aggressing forward. Curran thinking about going for the peak. That could be dangerous. With both of them pretty low, it would then be a 1v2 if Relaxer can get out of here without taking any damage. But of course he can't. It's a 10th round for SJ. They secure themselves a better economy. Not the best in the world still, but we're going to be pretty even after both teams get their reinvestments into this round. Relaxer contemplating taking the AWP. He decides that he's going to do it alongside the armor and the flashbang. But Chaos now, I mean, things are getting pretty close for them.
This is shaping up to be a tight game between these two Scandinavian teams. I think they're both Scandinavian. I'm pretty sure. I do study geography, so I really should know. DJL's down low on health, though. Early, down to 6 health. Watson just looking at his teammate's head. He will not be shooting it, hopefully. Looks like they're preparing the take of Pop Dog. I don't think that molly went exactly where they wanted it to, but it will clear out a fair bit of this position. And Chaos will start to drop down safely. Khan getting aggressive. This is quite a nice position to watch towards Pop Dog. Get the timing right, you can easily catch a player off guard. And Chaos are currently waiting this one out. I think they're starting to group up towards B. They'll try this boost, which very rarely gets a kill. It's a tight angle to work with that AWP, so I don't think they'll find an opening, but they are starting to group up towards this B bomb site.
I just checked. You are indeed correct. They are Scandinavian, as you'd assume.
Yeah.
Got away with that one, Hawka. I'm surprised. You should know that confidently. I mean, you just did your dissertation for geography. This is... It's not a good sign. British education system, I suppose. The Sadi... Oh, great position by Sadi. Catches them dropping down. He's wary now that the player could peek him from above. Gets behind the oil train. Getting away from that combat. At least getting away from being in a very linear position. He's able to find himself another. Pushing it over to a man advantage now and play for the CT side. Okay! What? DJL with the headshot onto Sadi, despite being 6 HP. He's now in a 1 versus 1 with Relaxa going down. Zard hasn't got the time on his side. He's got to push down, but he catches the angle just in time. DJL's timing didn't quite work out for him. And an AWP saved over alongside a defuse. SJ keep themselves alive for a little bit longer. Again, though, they suffer heavy casualties, so they will have to invest very, very heavily into this round. While Chaos are still able to afford somewhat of a buy, they may even go for Pistol's armor at this stage, because you can see Pleasant and indeed Relaxa don't have a lot of cash to work with. Unless they want to take maybe a faster strategy like a rush B or smoke execute A. I think that this should just be a weaker investment from them. Perhaps not, though.
We'll have to wait and see. The pause has come in, so we get a bit of tension before this potential buy. I think Chaos probably will be buying here.
Yeah.
I think it just makes a bit too much sense with how much money they have. You can always just go for a Mac 10 or some relaxer, just send him in first. Oh, what's happened? Oh, we're live. Okay, so we'll see if the buy does come through. There we go. Finally, Chaos buying up. I got really confused by the HUD switching. It confused me there, but we're into it. It is the buy. Relaxer goes for a Deeg rather than a Mac 10. And we head into round 23 all time.
Yeah, indeed. DJL decided to take no utility and drop over an AK to Pleasant, allowing for them to get AK-47, so Relaxa on a Deagle's not too worried. He's usually the one-shot player. Now he just has to hit it on the head or pick up an AK from one of his fallen comrades when the engagements eventually come in. Leaving the bomb outside of team main for the moment. There's no focus towards a bomb site, but they will be trying to bait out a couple of picks with utility. You can see it's such a passive hold on B early on. Nobody anywhere near the bomb site. Only now the rotations go in from Kern. Try and close in that distance and make sure he can contest if they do decide to make a push happen there. Not going to be happening, though, as the totem pole goes down. Ooh, so too does Arvid. Getting dropped and Pop Dog control swinging into favor of the T side. But with that, they don't maintain it. They fall back up towards upper B and perhaps look to take things elsewhere. The bomb is shifting towards Ivy, though, which does indicate this will still be an A attack. With lots of smokes left in play, I'll be curious to see where they deploy them.
Ivy is the one portion of the map which is most open right now. Zarte is the player watching towards Ivy, but he's watching it from a position where he can't really stop them from pushing. He can't really stop them from wrapping into the back lanes either. And there are only 2 players ready to defend this A site. Chaos getting ready to push forwards. The smoke kind of gives the game away a little bit, but the push can come in as Zarte goes down. The Deeg manages to find the entry towards the site. There is a player still in Pop Dog. It's Sadi who gets a couple of kills, but the bomb will be planted nonetheless. 10 seconds on the clock. The bomb goes down in a 3-on-3.
Chaos looking up a little bit in this round. Still have to avoid the AWP of Yampi towards the back lines, and the players coming down through Pop Dog as well. With Relaxa and Freddy both low, a lot of pressures on DJL's shoulders, and he could be the one dropped by that AWP. Still, that time is running down, and SJ have to make a push now. It's now or never for them. as they drop a Molotov towards Team A to ensure that Relaxa can't get a peek out. The smoke goes on the bomb. This could be dangerous, sticking it inside. A 5-second defuse as they have a kit, but it doesn't matter. The spray down comes in. Freddy and DJL take care of them. And with Kern going down, it's an assured round. The bomb explodes. Freddy goes out of the game with that, and that's a little bit of a shame because they would have done well to save over at least one rifle. You can see Boatin doesn't have a lot of money, but just avoiding utility, we can get AKs out on every single player. And still get a couple pieces of util along the way. It means for sure no AWP, the T side, but you'll assuredly see a buy come out. For SJ though, it's not really the same. Yampy has his AWP saved over, but they've got a difficult decision to make, right? Arvid, Sadi, and Kern are not able to buy M4s. Zart's able to buy an M4 without util, so it's a bit of a difficult spot for these guys to decide exactly what they want to pull out here.
Sniper kills definitely prevalent on Nuke, as is shown in those stats. Relaxa currently getting the slightly better of things in terms of overall sniper kills, although we have got the SJ on the CT side now, which is normally where it's a bit easier to use the AWPs on, I would say. Like you were pointing out, not an easy decision to be made for SJ right now. Not sure if this is a tactical timeout. It's been going on for quite a while, so there might be a technical issue. However, this does give SJ a little more time to deliberate as to what decision they want to make. And Sarte seems to have bought a couple of flashbangs and a pistol, so that suggests SJ will probably be taking the decision to save here. There's a chance for them to do something, with Yampy having that one AWP. But it's really going to be reliant upon that single sniper to do a lot of damage if they want to win this round.
This is where you're going to see a couple of wild plays from SJ, trying to get themselves, get the jump on Chaos. It's not going to happen early on as they're forced out of upper B. Still sitting around the ramp, though. Lesson getting a little bit froggy. Making his way down with a flashbang. Doesn't spot anybody out, but now they know he's there. Flash goes in, and the kill is not found. What? How's he still alive? Lesson on 22 HP. His teammates come in and help him out and make sure that he doesn't fall at all. And that's a demotivating one for SJ. I mean, you gotta be sure that call was going through. He's low. He's low. They push up, hit the others a couple times. You liar. He's not low. What are you talking about? That's annoying. I don't think they can see at all. It depends on the tournament. I didn't check with this specific one if they can see the damage done after the round. If they can't, that's gonna be annoying. Nothing worse than when you know you let a guy up, but no one tells you.
Oh, they're going to lose the AWP. Yampy goes down. They're not even going to get to save that AWP into the follow-up round, which is pretty bad. I would have thought Yampy would have just given up on this, honestly. I'm not really sure why he's sticking around. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish there. I guess you could maybe get a kill or two and try and limit Chaos for the future. But at the same time, it's SJ who need to focus on their money more. Sadi seemed to have the right idea of saving, but he's not the USP, so it's not exactly great for him. He'll hope that someone comes his way, but that doesn't seem too likely. Chaos will be taking a 2-round lead, and we'll have to wait and see what the money looks like for the CTs. I don't think their losing bonus is great, but I think they'll probably have enough to get a reasonable buy together, and Sadi just praying for anything. DJL doesn't give him a single opportunity. No gun saved for Sadi. Well, I guess a P250 is a gun, but no prime weapon saved over. You can see that CT economy there. It was okay, but they might have some limitations.
Yep, indeed, there's going to be some limiting factors for these boys. I really... Hello.
Hello. I just have loads of lag. Hello?
Yes. Okay, we're back. We're good. Apologies for that. The internet here just decided to commit Sudoku. But we're going back into it. We're back up to date. Over towards the bomb site. We're having a little bit of a push. Just excuse me for 2 seconds while I get it back on my screen. There we go. 13 to 11, bomb planted, a 5 versus 4. Were you watching that the whole time, Hawka? Do you want to catch us up on what we missed?
Yeah, Chaos just kind of quickly went towards B. They got that kill, and that was it. It was a kind of a strange round. I guess that's the risk of playing that solo B anchor sometimes, is that you can just lose the site incredibly quickly. And obviously with SJ, fairly weak economy, they've just decided it's time to try and call for the save. And it looks like the Finns will be able to save all their guns. So that's something for Chaos to try and maybe hunt down, but they're not going to. They're going to play it safe, and so SJ aren't out of this just yet. At least they saved systems, but they are starting to fall a little further behind.
Yeah, for sure. 14 to 11 is not a scoreline you're now going to be comfortable with, because Chaos now lie one buy round away from victory. Considering the util investment made by SJ into this round, you can see their money is practically non-existent. This is where the bank calls up and says you can't even pay your quarterly fee. We're closing your account. We need to see SJ swinging in this buy round. This is their last chance, really. After this, Chaos have just a walkthrough of a round, you would imagine. Oh, no, that's not ideal. Yampy gets taken down in the open. DJL doing the damage. Boatin onto Curran as well as they drop down and gain control of Pop Dog. The A bomb site completely open. It was somewhat of... Okay, Freddy. It was somewhat of a stack towards B, and it's not worked out. You can see they're still holding onto that B bomb site, thinking maybe this is a fake. Come on. But it doesn't look like it. Molotov goes in to stop the push coming in from Zart. That bomb plant is uncontestable at this point. The nade to go through to try and deal a little bit damage and make it easier for the retake. And it does land some. But I don't even think they're going to go for the retake at this point. I think they've given up on the round. Leaving it 15 to 11. They need 4 in a row. And they need to save these weapons. I mean, you can't see anybody playing overly aggressive because the money is just not there for the next round.
It's just started to fall a little flat in these last few rounds for SJ. Not only have they been losing the rounds, but they haven't really put up much of a fight in the last few rounds. That's the kind of depressing thing about it. You know, we're getting down to crunch time. We were getting down to the key rounds. I was hoping to see a really back and forth game with both teams fighting hard. And SJ just have not been able to stop Chaos. It's just been SJ losing those opening fights round after round, always being on the back foot, and then never being able to pull themselves back into it. And again, the save comes through, but at this point, there's no more saving for SJ. It's all about trying to win the 4 rounds in a row to take themselves to overtime. They've got to play for the round wins.
Well, that's it. There's no room for error at this point. Yampy taking out an AWP for his side. Let's see what they can do with it. Coming down Pop Dog early on. Oh my god, they got there before Arvid even expected it to be physically possible. Moving at the speed of light. 2 quick kills go down. Yampy's out of there with the AWP. The bomb site is completely open. Smoked off. The CTs can't get near it as the bomb plant inevitably goes down. Zart and Sadie have a 2 versus 5 to pick up. And it's not looking good. My god, the speed from Chaos. Through Ivy. Out middle. Down our connector. Or some variation. I can't remember the exact words. What a
Like a speed demon. That's the best bit.
like a speed demon. Well, that's it. Speed demons come ahead 16 to 11. Chaos find the victory. Okay, how you feeling now moving over to map number 2, being as SJ have lost their map pick?
Yeah, it doesn't feel great for SJ, especially the fashion in which they lost some of those rounds towards the end there. But at the same time, Inferno's a map that normally is quite an even one, quite a balanced one. So we'll see. There's definitely chances for SJ. I think they just need to kind of recuperate mentally after those few rounds at the end there went so against.
I like the talking louder at the end in case I forgot to turn the music down again. That was me last time.
It's very loud.
It is very loud. I've got it down on the stream so the guys can't hear it. Don't worry. They're all good. Yeah, look, it was a good performance from SJ all in all. You consider how much of a favorite Chaos was coming into that. I think they put up a good fight, but with that being their map pick and not walking away with a hugely convincing scoreline or indeed even a win, it does put a bit of faith out of their hands. And as we move over to Inferno, things do get a little bit scary. But we'll talk more about Inferno in a couple of minutes. We'll be flying into that map in the next 5 minutes or so. Be sure to stick around for that. And until then, we get a quick word from our sponsor, a small bit of music, and we'll see you back here in a few.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.